the recording button after that. You can introduce.
Ma'am, I think there's some problem with in-call messages. Can you please restart it? Otherwise, it will be a disturbance for the class in between the session.
Which messages?
In-call messages, ma'am.
Are you referring to chat messages, Shruti?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I hopefully you will be able to now access it and you will be able to put the messages in the group, in the chat.
It's already open. I think someone is
Yeah.
already writing.
Now it is open. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
I want to thank Mr. Anurag for accepting to hold the academic counseling for 4 days for MMPC 006. I request you, Mr. Anurag, please introduce yourself and start your conversations and discussions as you have planned.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, so good evening, learners. So I think it's. Are you able to see my screen? First, I wanted to confirm this and
Yes, sir.
Yes.
move ahead. Right. Okay. Right. Just hold on. I think I'm not able to see who else are joining. Just. Okay. Right. So first of all, quickly I'll introduce myself and then we'll start our discussion. So basically, I'm a marketing teacher, and if I talk about myself, so I've spent a good amount of time in the education sector. From last 7 years, I'm active here, and as you can see on the screen, I'm a passionate teacher. So it was not something which was decided for me. So I have become a teacher by choice. So I have started my career with my own family business, and then I have started my own business. And considerably, I have spent more than 7 years in that business. And then after, I have decided to move into education sector. So retailing was the major area of focus for me in my business, and that was something which I was doing before joining education sector. Then out of this passion, I have started teaching some of the government school kids, and it was just all those underprivileged children which were there. And I was fortunate enough that I got an opportunity to interact with them, and out of that just passion, I have interacted with them, and then that it has become my passion, has become my career. Then after, I started applying for some teaching jobs, and I started with one of the institution which is based in Indore, and then I got an opportunity to work at IIM Indore for 3 years. So just hold on, by mistake I disallowed one participant. Please, if anybody is in touch with that participant, please let her him know. They can join once again. Right. So for 3 years, I have worked at I am Indore in the marketing area, and then after that, I have joined here at CMS Business School as an assistant professor in the marketing area. And since July 2020, I'm here. I'm working here in Bangalore in Jain University. So it has been a nice journey, not a very kind of fluent one, not a very kind of straight road which I have got. So as I have chosen this out of my passion, so definitely I have faced much challenges as well. But like if you are in love with something, so basically teaching is my love. So if you are in love with something, so pen becomes a pleasure for you, and that is something which has happened with me. So from last 7 years, I'm enjoying this, and every time whenever I get an opportunity to interact with new set of participants, learners, so it's a kind of I always cherish those moments. Basically, I'm someone who always like travel and tourism. I'm a travel freak, and that is the reason I'm also doing a long-term research project in this domain. I'm also a nature lover and a kind of a social person. So whenever I get my free time, so I spend time with nature, and usually I spend time outside the city, not in the city. I'm also kind of a social person. I like networking. I always like to go out and make new friends, and I always like to build new networks. That is something which I always like. So I think that is all which I can tell you about myself in this short span of time. And as Shruti has rightly mentioned about the plan of what is the agenda and how we are going to take this ahead. So as this is more of a counseling kind of session, so I won't like to make it a kind of a lecture, and more of most of the part will try to keep it as a kind of one-to-one interaction. And definitely, whenever you find any difficulty, whenever you find something you wanted to add on, you can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself, and you can definitely come in and we will do the interaction. I have some plan in the mind through which I will follow, and accordingly we'll go ahead. And if somewhere you find like you wanted to pitch in, so you are most welcome. And I would definitely like to interact with each one of you, and wanted to get your introduction as well, but due to paucity of time it won't be possible. So I would definitely request all of you to interact whenever you find this is a good time or this is a good thing about which you would like to talk. So definitely you can pitch in, and this will give an opportunity for both of us, like as a participant and as a kind of instructor. So we will be talking about that. So rather than taking much time, let us go with uh, for our 4 days course, which is over there, which is known as marketing management, right? And as I'm considering, when you are attending this session, so I'm considering you as a budding marketers, right? And by considering this fact, so whatever things we are going to discuss ahead, so according in that context, I'm going to discuss the things, right? So let us talk about this course. So the course has been divided into 4 blocks, which all of you are aware about. I'm not going to spend much time on this. So first, today we are going to talk more much about what is marketing, what are markets, and some of the fundamentals, some of the concepts which are related to marketing we'll talk about. Block 2, we will be talking about this in tomorrow's session, which will be majorly focused on product and pricing decisions. Block 3 will be more of a distribution and promotion decisions, and as we say, like 4 Ps. So these 2 blocks have been divided, and all these 4 Ps have been divided under this 2 blocks. Block 4 will more talk about sectoral applications and emerging issues which are over there in the marketing domain. So that's the plan which we are carrying ahead. And I would definitely prefer to talk I would definitely prefer to use bilingual language. So I'm actually comfortable with English, but हिंदी मेरी मातृभाषा है, तो जहाँ पर भी उपयोगिता होगी, जहाँ पर भी मैं उसको प्रयोग कर सकता हूँ, सो मुझे थोड़ा सा लिबर्टी दीजिएगा, और हम दोनों लैंग्वेज को मिक्स कर कर बाइलिंगुअल मोड में डिस्कशन करने की कोशिश करेंगे. So first of all, I welcome you all to this course. Thank you so much for joining today. And today's focus will be on like what is marketing all about. Then we'll talk why we need marketing, and if there is no marketing, then what else. So we'll talk about why marketing is required, why it plays a very prominent role in the business. Core marketing concepts which are over there, we'll talk about that as well. What is the market orientation towards the marketing? So what are the different thoughts which things like what marketing is all about for, and how the marketing has evolved over the period of time. So brief talk briefly we'll talk about this as well. What are different marketing mix elements which are over there? So we'll throw some light on that. What is market environment analysis and why it is really important? So we'll discuss a brief about that as well. Market research is really important, and whenever we talk about marketing, so marketing is not one can't imagine the marketing without market research. So this is the next thing which we are going to talk about. Segmentation, target market, and positioning. So this we as abbreviation we use at STP. So this is something which is really important for the marketers. So we'll talk about this as well. And last but not least, consumer behavior is something which is a major focus for every marketer, and how it actually plays important role in the domain of marketing. So we'll talk about this. So these are the things majorly which I have planned to discuss with you. If something apart from that which you think which can be a part of block 1, which can be a part of your study material, Anyway, I'm aware about what are the things which are covered under the study material. So on those lines only I have planned this. But if it's something else you find like you wanted to discuss, so definitely we can take it in the form of Q&A. Right. And one more thing I just wanted to add on. I forgot when I was introducing myself. So I'm a proud alumni of IGNOU. Yeah. So way back in 2015, I completed my MBA from IGNOU only. And I must say, like whatever which I'm doing today, whatever opportunities, recognition which I'm getting today in my life. So IGNOU is one of the important milestone in my life, I can say, and that is something which is always helping me in doing whatever things which I'm doing today. So with this, let us start our discussion. And as I was considering all of you as a budding marketers, so I would like to open this session and this platform for the discussion. And what is your thought about marketing? What do you think marketing is all about? So the people who would like to pitch in, so please share your thoughts. Yeah, guys, I hope all of you are there with me.
It's about strategy in reaching a customer.
Okay, just hold on, just give me a sec. Actually, I'm not able to see a tab here where I can actually just hold on. Just allow me a few seconds. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I missed who has just spoken. I just can you just come again?
Yeah, it's about a strategy
It's about
in
a,
order to reach a customer.
okay, in order to reach a customer. Okay, Amandip, fine. Ansh has actually just put something in the chat. So it's a business promotion. Okay, right. Yeah. Any other views about
It's
marketing?
advertisement of a product.
Pratiksha, I didn't get you. Can you just please come back?
Marketing is all advertisement of an goods or
Actually, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear you. Could you please put the same thing in the chat?
service.
Okay, yeah, right. Strategies to somehow sell our product. Okay, so Animesh has his own viewpoint, and something interesting he has added on, which is known as selling. Okay, right. Okay, so making products available to customers and getting profits to the companies. So this is the thought which is given by Madhu, and I think all of you are all on the same lines and on the right track where I'm trying to heading you. So definitely, marketing is about advertising any product and services. That is something Pratiksha has just put on. Okay, marketing is to sell and generate revenue. Dimpy is added. Okay, very nice. So I think as I was mentioning, right, so all of you are the budding marketers, and you are actually coming on the right track. So see, why asked you about this, because see, marketing is not the mathematics, right? There is no any rule called as 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, right? Marketing is something. So definitely there are some definitions, there are some meanings which we brought from some of the books and some of the authors and some of the propounders who have talked about this. But marketing is something which we all practices in our daily lives, and that is the reason. So we can have our own definition, we can have our own understanding about marketing, and that is the reason. So very first thing I asked you, like, share me what you think about marketing. And Shashank is adding strategies to make masses aware of the products the company is making. Very nice. Okay, so some few lines I just wanted to add on to this, as what understanding I'm keeping about marketing, and what understanding I got about the marketing. So definitely, whenever we talk about marketing, so we cannot ever miss one person, which is known as Philip Kotler. And why I'm starting with this definition, so that whatever we are going to discuss, so we'll keep this definition in the mind. So whatever concepts, whatever understanding we are trying to create about marketing, so this will be the center of talk, right? So marketing is all about identifying and meeting human and social needs profitably. And one very interesting thing which Dr. Kotler has added on is it's profitably. And why profitably? So whenever we talk about business, so we cannot assume any business without profit, and that is the reason. So this is something which is one of the important outcomes of marketing. And as you can see, there are few words which have been underlined here: human and social needs, right? So at the end of the day, whatever we talk, we say they are the customers, they are the consumers, but at the end of the day, we all are humans. And whatever strategies or whatever marketing plans or maybe whatever fancy words which we are using when we are defining marketing, so we have to keep one thing in the mind. Ultimately, we are trying to satisfy something and the needs which are actually of a human and social needs. So that is the one understanding which has been given by Philip Kotler and one definition which has been propounded by him. Another very interesting definition which has been given by American Marketing Association, and they think like it's an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers and for managing customer relationships in the ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders. And here also I have underlined one word which is known as value. And why value? Because whatever marketers promises to deliver, or whatever as a consumer we always expect to receive, so value is something which is a part of that process, and value is something which as a marketer we always seek to add on. And definitely we'll try to come up with the meaning of value as well. So but what is the idea of this particular definition? So see, many things we do under marketing, but ultimately it is more about delivering the value to the customers and how we manage and sustain this relationship that is going to benefit both organization and all its stakeholders. So that is the another understanding which has been another definition which has been propounded by American Marketing Association. And why I'm going through with this definition, so that whatever meaning which we are trying to come up to, so on the same line, some of the marketers, some of the known marketing gurus have talked about this. So I just wanted to just reconfirm whatever you have talked about marketing. So you all are on the same line, right? So we have to remember one thing: profit is one of the important and most important outcomes associated with the marketing. And why? Because we have already mentioned, like we cannot assume or imagine any business without profit. But is it the case like marketing is only mean for profit organizations? How many of you agree with this fact? Like marketing is only mean for profit organizations, which means it is only mean for the businesses. Is it the fact? Sorry, I'm just actually hiding the PPT again and again because I was not able to see who is interacting. Yeah, someone has raised their hand. Please go ahead. Ansh, you can unmute and talk, or you can also put it in the chat. Yeah. Have you got my question? What I've asked. So when we are talking about like this definition, marketing is all about meeting human and social needs profitably. So is it the case is marketing is only mean for profit organizations? Yeah, guys, you can come in. I hope all of you are there with me.
Not exactly for
Okay.
only profitable. There are
Mm-hmm.
NGOs or kind of work
Mm-hmm. Okay.
uh, which are actually for like spreading good cause, not for
Okay.
money.
Okay. Okay. And Animesh is adding, no, some marketing may also be done to build a brand image, which can be important for profit and social welfare. Very nice. Okay. So that is something which I wanted to know from your side. So I also agree with you. So it is not the case like marketing is only mean for the for-profit organizations. It is equally important for the non-profit organizations. Definitely, they are not actually doing it for generating revenue or making profit, but there are certain other goals which they are trying to achieve, and that is the reason they are doing marketing. So maybe just to inform people, just to create awareness about something, possibly to encourage them to do something, and all these things are possible when marketing is being done by the marketers. And that is the reason, so it is equally important for the non-profit organizations as well. And there is an exchange of benefit against the price paid by the customer, and that is very interesting thing which is associated with the marketing. So why there is an exchange of benefits? So what is the general understanding of a consumers when we are spending 500 rupees on a certain product? So we always think what benefits we are getting out of it, and that is the reason whatever price which we are paying as a customer or as a consumer, we always think like what kind of benefits we are going to achieve if we are going to pay a certain amount for buying any product or service. And that is the reason this benefit is something which is always expected by the consumers or the customers, right? So out of all those definitions which are written by or propounded by different authors, out of all those meaning of marketing which I could learn throughout, I come up with its own meaning. And this is something which I wanted to present in front of you. So marketing is about assessing, creating, communicating, and delivering value to target group at profit.
Anurag,
Yeah, ma'am.
Anurag, I just want to say that I'm leaving, and when
Okay.
you are over with the meeting, you can stop recording.
Sure, ma'am. Definitely.
It's from these three dots.
Okay. Fine. I know, ma'am. I'll do it. No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining. Right. So marketing is about assessing, creating, communicating, and delivering value to target group at profit. And remember, cost benefit analysis is always there, and it is done by the customer. So whatever value we are talking about, it is always pursued by the customers, right? And how we define value? So value is always a kind of a subtraction of we can say benefits minus cost, or it can be, you can divide whatever benefits which customers are getting and how much cost they are paying. And this is the way they always come up with the value. So if we are saying we are getting some value after doing any transaction, so we always say like these are the benefits which we have got, and these are the cost which we have put, right? So it is not always about monetary cost which we are talking about here, right? So money is one important aspect of it, but we also put our time, we also put our energy, we also put our emotions when we are buying something. And that is the reason, so value is always something which has been actually pursued by the customers, and they always do a cost benefit analysis. And whatever profit marketers are getting, so customers actually, and against, they do the cost benefit analysis. So this is a very general understanding which I got about this term which is known as marketing. And majorly whatever activities, whatever task, whatever we can say the strategy or whatever planning which we do under marketing. So these are the four major things on which marketing is focused upon. It is about assessing, creating, communicating, and delivering value to target group at profit. And value is always pursued by the customers. So this is one understanding I'm presenting in front of you about marketing, right? Are you getting it? Am I going too fast, or am I going too slow? I just wanted to know, then accordingly we'll proceed ahead. Are you getting whatever things we are discussing? Are you getting whatever things we have discussed so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you for your responses.
Yes, sir. Please carry on.
Okay,
It's
thank
okay,
you.
speed.
So the another thing which comes in the mind, like why we need marketing, and why marketing is all about. So first and foremost important thing is it creates awareness, right? And many of you are agree with this fact, and that is the reason all of you mentioned that if not for profit, then definitely you can do many other things. And one of the important things is to create awareness. One can also identify the emerging needs of customers or target group, and that is the very starting point of marketing. And that is the reason, so marketing has its own importance. It also establishes understanding, so what one party is proposing, what a marketer is promising, and what the other party who can be the buyer, who can be the customers or the consumers, what they are going to receive. So it's a kind of understanding which marketing creates, right? It also can be used for building a rapport or trust. So there are many firms who also do this for building a rapport, to create a kind of credibility in front of the audience, and that is something can be done through marketing. It also delivers the superior customer value. We were discussing this before as well. And ultimately, if you're in the business, if you are here to do business, so definitely one of the important thing which you will always focus is to earn profit, and that can be reasonably can be done through marketing. And that is the reason, so it makes much sense, right? And we can all relate with many examples here. So Narayan Hridayalaya is very popular cardio hospital, or which is based in Bangalore, and they also do the marketing. And majorly they are working on a model where the customers who can pay a higher price, so they actually they cover the treatment cost which cannot be borne by the other patients, and this is the model on which they operates. So they also do the marketing. Why they do the marketing? To create awareness, so that more and more people can get the benefit. More and more people would be able to access that medical facility which is available here. In similar fashion, Akshay Patra Foundation is one of the organizations which do practice the marketing, and their focus is on providing the midday meals to the students, and that is the reason they are doing the marketing. So there are many possible reasons, and many organizations are doing it. Tata Group is one of the most established names in our country, and they always do it to build a rapport or trust, whatever trust which we are getting. So marketing is one of the important things which is behind it. Definitely, whatever they have promised, they have always fulfilled. That is the reason they are known as Tatas. But marketing is something which has always helped them to keep connecting with the people, which plays important, which keeps importance in their life. So that is something which is always being done by the Tatas. So these are some of the reasons which talks about why marketing is really important, right? So moving ahead, so we'll be talking about some of the core concepts of marketing very quickly. I won't be spending much time on this. So when we say it's a core marketing concept, just hold on. I think someone has just joined. Okay, right, right. So when we are saying core marketing concepts, there are many, but we are focusing only four key concepts which are really important. So one is needs, second is wants, third is demands, and fourth is markets. So what is a need? So need is a very basic human requirement. It can be food, it can be water, it can be education, it can be information, it can be anything, right? And when it becomes a want, when someone specifies it, when someone says, I am hungry but I need pizza, I wanted to buy clothes, but I wanted to buy clothes of a particular brand. It can be Levi's, it can be Raymond, or so on and so forth. So when someone says, I have a particular need, but it is very much specific, I wanted to eat something specific, and that is the reason it is known as want, it is not as a need. And when this want converts into demand, when there are a good number of people who are ready to pay for it, there are good number of people who are willing to buy that particular product, and they are also ready to pay for it, right? And that is the reason we always say, like, there is a good amount of demand of Audi cars in India, because there are some people who are ready to pay for it, there are some people who are willing to pay for it, and they can actually create a demand for that. And that is the reason all these three basic concepts are very much related, but it has its own specific needs. Needs are very basic, needs are very common, and it can be fulfilled by any common product, and there is no specific requirement behind it. Wants are also the needs, but it can only be fulfilled with the help of a specific set of products or services. Demands are something which are actually, can be said, like, if a good amount of people are ready to pay for it, they are willing to pay for it, and they are ready to buy it, then we can say it's a demand. There is another concept which is known as market. So market consists of people, right? And previously it was only offline market, but nowadays in this digital age it is both offline as well as online market. So all those people who are selling online, all those people who are selling offline, and there are good amount of people who are ready to buy it, and these are the people who are combinedly creating a market. So market is something which is not only a physical place, it can also be a virtual place, right? And this is known as market. So why these three four core concepts? Because these are the words which we are going to repeat, and you are also, when you are going through all this SLM, so these are the words which we are going to use frequently, which you are going to read very frequently, and that is the reason I thought, let me just throw some light on this. So these are some of the core marketing concepts which we say which are really important. Now there are some specific orientation of market towards the marketing, and previously it was only production concept or mass marketing concept which was over there, right? So when this marketing concept itself was emerging, when this marketing concept was itself was evolving, so it was a common practice and it was a common thought, like something which will be available in a good quantity, right? And something which will be available in the market, so people will buy it. And one such example is of Bajaj scooters. I am very much sure all of you are aware about that brand. So there was the time when the Bajaj Priya and Bajaj Super were the only scooter brand which were the only scooter brands which were available in the market. After many years, LML comes in the market, but still, the market leader at that time was the Bajaj, and that was the thinking, like they were having the license which they got from the government to manufacture and sell the scooters, and they were doing it, and they were doing the mass production, and something which was available in a quantity, people were buying it. Then the thought had shifted when the time is changed, and over the period of time this marketing concept itself has emerged. So now the product concept has come in place. Now not just only quantity makes a sense, but also something which will be providing a quality. A superior quality product will be accepted by the market. A superior quality product will be accepted by the consumers, and that was the thought which was over there. Then next comes the selling concept. So what was the idea of selling concept, and what was the focus of it? So selling concept things just produce something and sell it, and there is no need to focus on the customer requirements, what they are looking for. Simply produce something and sell it. It was a concept known as make and sell. You make something and sell something. But over the period of time, when this marketing concept has emerged completely, so the focus has completely shifted, right? And the focus has been given to the needs of customer. The focus has been given to the wants of customers, and what customer needs. So they wanted to produce that only, and they wanted to sell it in that particular product or services in the market, and that is known as marketing concept. The next, and which is known as a societal marketing concept. So one more aspect has been added to marketing concept, and which is known as societal marketing. What is societal marketing? So everything cannot be produced, everything cannot be marketed, but there should be something which can be measured on the parameter of ethics, and that is the reason. So there are some certain products which are we cannot openly sell in the market. And why is it so? Because for society, these products are not good. So whatever practices which we are doing under marketing, so it should provide ultimate benefit to the society. There are some like whatever resources which marketers are getting from the society, so they should return certain amount, or they should return certain percentage to the society, and that is the idea behind the societal marketing concept. So this shift has happened from a production concept towards the societal marketing concept, and these were the different orientations which has come in place over the period of time. And if I talk about marketing history, so it is something around 120 years old, right? And this concept has emerged over the period of time. Technology has influenced it, changing consumer behavior has influenced it, and that is the reason what we are seeing today. So it is something which is a more evolved version of marketing, and which we call it as a societal marketing. So I would like to take a small pause here, and any question, any query in this point in time before we move ahead. Guys, so far so clear? I want some responses.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the next thing we are going to talk about is 4Ps, and I'm very much sure you all are aware about it. So I'm just quickly going through it because there are many other things which I have planned to discuss with you. So it's known as product, price, place, and promotion, right? And these are the four basic elements of marketing which has been propounded by McCarthy. And as the word suggests, product. So definitely it always starts from product because something is there to offer. And nowadays it is not only just only product, but it is also about services. So a product is something which can satisfy any emerging need, and it can be a combination of tangible as well as intangible elements, and that is having a capability to satisfy any emerging need. The second important element is price, and if I talk about price, so price is something which is going to generate revenue for the business. Price is something which is going to get some money for the business, and that is the second important element which is a part of marketing mix element. Third is about place, and place is always about convenience, right? And convenience, when we say, so it is also about proximity of the place from where customers can buy something, and it is also about the distribution channels. So how and what will be the process through which ultimately marketers will be successfully able to deliver the products or services to the customers. And last but not least important is promotion, and promotion is definitely more about uh, creating awareness. It is more about encouraging people to buy something. It is more about persuading people to buy something. And promotion is something which is more about communication, so that whatever which a marketer can offer to the market, so how they are going to create awareness about it. So all those possible means through which they can create awareness, this will comes under promotion. So these are the four major marketing mix elements which are over there. And very interestingly, if I talk about product, if I talk about place, if I talk about promotion, so all of these are cost centers, and one and only single element which is a profit center in this case, which is a price. And why is it so? Can anybody tell me the difference between cost center and profit center? Why I'm referring these three elements as a cost center and only one element is a price center? Yeah, I would like to know your thoughts. Any idea about this? Okay, let me clarify this. What why I'm saying I'm referring price as a profit center, other three elements as a cost center. See, if you wanted to manufacture a product, if you wanted to market a product, so you would require incurring the cost. If you wanted to make this product available to the customers, you would require incurring some cost. If you wanted to promote any products, you would require incurring cost, and that is the reason all these three elements are considered as a cost element. But price is the only element which is a kind of known as a profit center, because this is something which is going to generate money for the business. Price is the only marketing mix element which is going to bring money for the business, and that is the reason it is referred as a profit center. Moving ahead, there are three other extended marketing mix elements which are equally important. And when there is a more focus which has shifted towards services, right? We see nowadays like India's economy is equally dependent upon services, and it is not only dependent upon manufacturing sector. So why services? And services is something which is actually increase the importance of other three elements. So can anybody name all these three elements, if you heard about this or if you read about this? So there are four elements which you already talked about, but there are three extended marketing mix elements which are really important for from the services marketing perspective? Yeah, any responses, please? I hope all of you are there with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But I don't have any idea about that.
Okay. Anybody else? You can give it a try. There is no harm. Okay, so let me just go ahead because there is a paucity of time, so that is the reason I'm not waiting much. So other three elements are people, process, and physical evidence. So when there is a more focus shifted towards services economy, so three important, the elements are adding much importance to this, because people are at the core, people are at the center, people are the one who are going to deliver any kind of services, and people are the one who are going to receive any kind of services. And that is the reason people is the another important marketing mix element which has been added on. The second is about process, how the services are being delivered to the customers, right? So if any one of you remembers the experience of visiting any restaurant, so how they welcomes you, how they actually offers you a food, how they actually take the order, how they do the billing. So all these things actually makes a much sense in any kind of service. And that is the reason process is something which is the another important marketing mix element which is over there. The third and another important element which is known as physical evidence. So what is the issue with the services? So you cannot preserve it. And for example, if you're buying any product, so a physical product is there in front of you, so definitely you can try it, you can test it, and you can keep it with you. But how you will remember the services, how you will say like a certain services has been delivered to me and it was good or bad. So physical evidence actually adds tangible clues to the services, which is completely intangible, right? So for example, if you are going to stay in any hotel, and whatever experience which you are going to get after staying there, so physical evidence is something which is going to add a tangible clue to your experience, right? And in the future you will be remembering that experience, and physical evidence is something which is going to add a tangible clue to your experience. And that is the reason these three elements are very much important for the service businesses. And I'm not at all denying the fact that it is equally important for the product businesses as well. But whenever we talk about any service business, so it cannot be marketed effectively until unless these three important elements are there. And combinedly, we call it as a 7 Ps, starting from product to physical evidence. And these are the elements which are really important. Next is in the lines is the promotional mix element. So is it clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So when we talk about promotional mix elements, so there are 5 major promotional mix elements which are over there, and I'm very much sure you must have heard about this many times before. Just a few basic differences, a basic understanding I just wanted you to share about this, right? So anybody can tell me what is advertising for you? What is your understanding about advertising? I'm just hiding the my presentation once again. What is advertising for you?
Sir, it is like a promotion of the product which we are going to sell.
Okay, it is a promotion of the product. Okay. Any other understanding about advertising?
Spreading awareness.
Creating awareness. Publicity itself, Shweta, is itself a different element of promotion mix. And both are completely different. Both are the opposite faces of a single coin.
Giving information about a product.
Okay, giving information about the product, right? So throughout our day, like in our daily lives, we see multiple advertisements. And nowadays in this digital age, if we are playing any song, if we are playing a very video, so sometimes we get irritated out of this. But advertising is something which is a major source of revenue for many businesses. And this is something which is at the core of marketing. Whenever we talk about marketing, so advertising is something which is really important. So let me throw some light. Let me try to show you some differences among all these elements. I will do it very quickly because there is a paucity of time. So whenever we talk about advertising, so first and foremost important thing which is over there, one important characteristic which is over there, it is a paid form of promotion. So whenever we use word advertising, so there is someone who is going to pay for it. There is a known sponsor who is putting some money to advertise something, right? So if I talk about any of the advertisement which you see on your television screens or on your newspaper, or possibly which you hear about on radio, or on billboards when you are standing on a traffic signal, when you are seeing some advertisements on billboards or hoardings. So all this comes under advertising, and one common element among all is it is a paid form of promotion. Second, it is a non-personal form of promotion. So the promotion which marketer is doing here, it's not a personal form of promotion, and it is majorly being targeted towards a mass audience, so that more and more people will be getting awareness about a certain product or service in one go. And these are the some of the important characteristics which are associated with the advertising. Now next I'll go for public relations first, because this is something which is just opposite to the advertising, right? So first and foremost important characteristics of public relation is it is non-paid off form of promotion. Nobody pay for it, right? So for example, if you bought a new watch and you said to your friend like, this is really a nice watch I bought for certain amount, and I'm really liking it, and this is a particular brand which is there of this watch. And then next what happens, so that your the one of that friend of yours has created this awareness, and possibly he or she might have bought that particular product. This is publicity, and that particular brand has not paid you anything for doing the publicity of that product. We also call it word of mouth, right? So what are the important characteristics associated with public relations? First, it is a non-paid form of promotion. Second, it is a personal form of promotion. Here we try to interact with people, here we try to connect with people on a personal basis, and the idea is not to do the mass promotion. So that is the reason I was telling advertising and publicity are the two faces, and both are completely opposite. Next comes is the personal selling. Whenever we talk about personal selling, so here the expertise, here the knowledge, here the experience of a seller comes in place. So in whatever businesses, either it's an insurance policy, or it's a water purifier, or it can be jewelry, where there is a role of a salesperson, where there is a role of a sales representative, where there is a scope of a personal selling, and then this mode of promotion is being used. Some of the characteristics, uh, very personal form of promotion. You require to connect with a person, or you require to share that information on a personal basis, and that is the reason word says personal selling. Second, definitely the salary is being paid to the sales representatives, so it's a paid form of promotion. And there are different we can say tactics and tools that can be used to do the personal selling. The next comes in place is a sales promotion, and all those incentivization schemes, where we see buy one get one free, where we see there is a limited 50 time offer which is available, where we see the offer is there only for 3 days, where we see there is a product bundling which is happening. All this comes under sales promotion, and it can also be done on a mass level, and it can be done using outdoor media, it can be done using any kind of in-store promotions. Many possible ways through which sales promotion can be done. And the last but not least important is direct marketing. As the word suggests, direct marketing, so there is no middleman, and directly marketer is directly reaching out to the customer. And nowadays, as you are seeing this sign of this at the rate, so nowadays many a times we use this word direct marketing as a synonym of digital marketing. And it's a big word. Definitely we will be talking about digital marketing on the fourth day, because there is something which I have thought to cover about that as well. So digital marketing is something which is today's reality. And another important marketing mix, promotion mix element, which is over there. So there are 5 major promotional mix element. Each one plays its important role, and one cannot deny the fact, like it is not the case like the firms who only does advertising, they are successful. But the on the other way around, so there are many firms who never do the advertising, but they are really successful. So it depends upon what kind of resources you can put into your business. It also depends upon what kind of marketing objectives which you are keeping in your mind. And third important thing, it depends upon your target audience, whom you can reach out to them, like how you wanted to reach out to them, and what is the most preferred way for them. And this is on the basis of that, you can definitely choose a good mix which can be there for you. So it is not a mandatory condition, like if you are going to do advertising you will be successful, if you are going to do personal selling you will be successful. It depends upon the nature of your business and what you wanted to achieve, and definitely then you can select a good mix, right? Is this clear to you?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let me play one good video. Though I wanted to showcase you an example for each one of this, but due to paucity of time, I can't do that. So just for advertising, I'm showing you one video. I hope you will find a good connect about that. If you don't get a sound or video, then just please let me know. Are you getting a sound of video? Just hold on. Someone's mic. Yeah, I'm just playing it once again. Just hold on. If you don't get a sound, please let me know.
No, sir, there's no sound. Even the video is not playing.
Okay, just hold on.
No sound actually.
Okay, just hold on. Okay, yeah, Fazil, you're trying to say something? Let me share it once again. Now, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Guys, anyone please respond, otherwise I won't be able to get the clue are you getting it or not. Anybody is able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
No, your
Yes,
voice
sir.
is
Yes,
not
sir.
clear.
Yes,
Otherwise,
sir.
just hold on.
So much voice disturbance, sir.
Okay, okay, just hold on. I'm trying to share the. Are you getting it now?
Background, the voice is little disturbance.
Let me play it in other way. Just give me a sec.
Okay, sir.
There is some technical issue. It is sound is not coming to you. So today we are running little bit late. Tomorrow we'll start on time, and I would request all of you to join on time, and I'll finish it on time. I hope now you will get the sound.
It is visible actually.
Okay.
Sir, I think you have shared only the screen.
Okay. Okay, you are not getting a sound?
So we are not
No.
able to see the video.
Oh, is it the case? I don't know why it is creating an issue, because now I'll try once more. Now, if you don't get a sound, then please let me know. Now, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now it is
Yes,
okay.
sir. Yes.
Yeah, it's getting. But
So we are not
voice
able
of
to
video is no
listen
audio
to
from video.
So the video is visible, but there is no audio.
Oh, is it the case? I don't
We
know.
have seen this video, na?
Okay, anyway, no worries. No, what was my idea? Why I was trying to show you again and again. See, Fevicol is one of the like very established brand, very established player in this domain. And if you talk about advertising, so in India, I don't think so. Apart from Fevicol, Amul, no one can actually do it up to that level. And what they have done so far in the years, so that is something incredible. So this is one of the important very one of the videos which was very much popular during the time, and that is the reason I have tried to show you. Let us move ahead. I'll quickly finish two more topics, and then we'll continue the discussion about the remaining topics tomorrow. I actually intended to discuss some more, but we are running a little late today, right? So just give me a few seconds. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to talk about is market environment analysis, and why it is really important, because environment plays very prominent role. Either you are going to start any new business or you are going to conduct any activity, so you have to think about the environment in which you are going to do it. And similarly, when any firm tries to enter into a new market, or when they are willing to conduct a business in a particular setup, so there are some factors which actually impacts their business. And these factors can be divided into two parts. One is micro environment, which is very much we can say close to the organization, and these are the factors which are somehow in control of an individual marketer, right? So what is my idea here? So you can have certain control over your customers. In a sense, once they become your customers, then you can definitely have a certain control over that, and you can use some tools and tactics to get into your business again and again. Similarly with resellers, similarly with suppliers, but you have no control over competitors. Very less control is over there over competitors. Definitely By using right strategies and set of strategies, you can impose little control over competitors, but you cannot impose control over public. That is the reason I was saying there are certain factors which are in little control, or in a partial control of a certain business, and these are some of the businesses which the some of the factors which comes under micro environment. Other factors are considered as macro environment, and which are known as political factors, economic factors, social factors, technological factors, legal factors, and environmental factors. So all these factors combinedly impacts your marketing decision. Whatever marketing tools and tactics or maybe strategies which you are going to use, so all these factors are combinedly going to impact your business. I'm not going in much details about each of these factors, but the understanding which I'm trying to share here or create here is all of these factors actually impacts your business, right? So fuel prices, so it impacts every business. Changes in environment, it impacts many business. The COVID thing has happened, it has impacted many business. Technological factors, and new technology is introduced in any industry, so it is going to impact your business. So all of these factors are actually going to impact your business, and that is the reason. So this factors are really important to think about and keep in mind when we are practicing marketing. There is one video which I wanted to play about this. I'll give it a single try. If it will play and if will the sound, you will get the sound, then it's fine. Otherwise, I'll share the link with you. Are you getting the sound?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, anyway, nothing is there in the sound. More of is of the presentation which is over there. So just hold on. Let me try sharing it in other way. Otherwise, we'll share the link in the chat. Now, are you getting a sound?
No, sir.
Eco problem.
Are you getting the sound of this video?
Please mute yourself.
So once I start sharing this, so I stop getting your sound.
I muted all of the.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Right. Okay. So I'm just close to completion. There are one or two more slides I wanted to discuss. Then we'll wrap it our discussion for today.
Anurag ji, I
Yeah,
would
ma'am.
suggest rather to ask them to write their views or
Queries in the chat.
questions in the chat box, because
Okay.
otherwise you may face this again.
Yeah, actually, what is the issue? Every time when I have to see who is speaking, I have to just hide my presentation because it is not
So it's
coming.
better to go for chat box, I think.
Yes, sure, ma'am. So I would definitely do one thing. So there are few more topics which I intended to discuss, which are a part of today's discussion. But as I'm seeing, it's already we are already late. So would it be fine if we discuss it tomorrow?
It's up to you, Anurag
Okay,
ji.
okay, ma'am.
If you
Okay.
if you want to continue, you can continue, or if you
Okay,
want to go for tomorrow, you can go for.
okay. Right. So what we'll
And
do?
it's up to the learners also.
Yes.
If
Okay.
they want to conclude today,
Okay. Right. Okay.
but
So
it's better to write their views in chat box.
yes,
Otherwise, this
yes,
will happen again.
yes. Right. Okay. So it's up to you guys. I can continue. Okay. Right. Okay. So let us cover a few more topics and then we'll wrap it our discussion. And there is a one small quiz which I have planned for you, and definitely you would enjoy it because this is only based upon the discussion which we have done today. Right. So let me go ahead.
So very positive that learners want to continue.
Yeah, ma'am. So I'm just continuing it so that
So actually, it's not the time foundation.
okay, then it's fine. No, but actually we have started little 10 to 15, 10 minutes late today, so I asked them like tomorrow we will be starting on time, so it will be good for both of us.
I don't know why everyone always join after at least 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, if they will
Initially,
join on time,
everyone-
so we'll finish it on time. So I always believe like it's to start on time and finish
maybe
on time.
maybe some of them are working. Most of them
Okay.
are working, I think.
Yes, possibly. No worries. Anyway, somehow we can
Yes,
still
ma'am.
get.
This is the main problem.
Okay. Right.
It's a
So
benefit actually.
yeah,
You are working. It's good.
right. Okay, let us quickly talk about market research because very initially when we started our discussion, so I mentioned this thing like without market research, you cannot imagine marketing. Why is it so? Because market research is something which creates a deeper understanding about the market, and market consists of people. And who are the people? The customers. So let us talk a little bit about what is market research. So basically, it is more about whenever we are launching a new product or service, so we do the feasibility analysis, and under this feasibility analysis, we try to understand how our potential customer is going to react to our products, right? So, and this is something which is always being done by most of the marketers. This is not something which is an exception. So, if you talk about Ola Electric, who have launched their e-vehicles very recently, and maybe there are many other firms who have come into this business, so they have done this market research well in advance. They were understanding the trend like now more and more customers will be shifting from this petrol or diesel vehicles towards the e-vehicles. And that is the reason that understanding they have got out of the market. And that is can be done through market research. And we try to get understanding what customers actually think about our products or services, or possibly if we are going to launch something new, so what will be its acceptability rate. All this understanding can be very much one can get through market research. And usually it can be done through surveys, which is a very popular method. Sometimes some of the marketers uses the FGDs, which we call it as a focus group discussion, where a certain set of people they actually try to interact with, and they try to understand how are they going to accept their products or services or not. I'm not going into the methods of it, but the thought here is like if you wanted to establish yourself as a very reputed marketer in the market, and you wanted to launch a product or service which will be well accepted by the market or maybe the customers, so it is really important to do a market research. And that is always about creating understanding about the customers. This is a process through which we can actually do the market research. First we try to identify their problem, then we develop the research plan, how we are going to do the research about that problem, the particular problem which is over there. Then we conduct a detailed research using the different set of methods, and then we analyze and report the findings which are over there. And then we take the appropriate action about the problem which has come out of the research. And these are the 5 major steps which we follow under market research. And why we do it, again I'm going back to the same thing. We are trying to create a better understanding about our own customers, or it can be the potential customers, right? So one such example which I wanted to connect all of you here. Okay. Right. So
Hajit, you should switch off the camera.
otherwise I would have to remove him. Okay. He
Yes,
himself has
remain,
left.
sir.
Right. Okay. So when we talk about market research process, so one such example which I wanted to give you, which you may find a good connect with. So like in this food delivery business, so there were already Swiggy and Zomato. They were present in the market, and they have captured the market. And even they Zomato has acquired the Uber Eats as well. But then also after having their presence in the market, Dunzo has come up in the market. Why it was possible? Because Dunzo has come up with something which is completely new. So it is not always the case like one needs food to get delivered at their doorstep. People want some other articles. It can be a book, it can be a small pen drive, it can be something else. They wanted to get it delivered at their doorstep. And it is not always about food. And that is a kind of a gap which has been identified by the Dunzo. And that is the reason they have come up in the business. And very interestingly, Dunzo is not only operating on B2C model, but they are operating on C2C model as well. And this kind of understanding which we are talking about, or this kind of need of a market, if you wanted to generate, so that can be done through market research. Once you are going to once you are going to do the market research, you will be understanding what is the pain point of the customers which is over there, and how you can address that problem. And that can be done through a very well planned, very well designed research plan which can be over there. And that comes under the market research, right? The next thing which I wanted to quickly talk about is STP, which is known as segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So what is this STP all about? So see, in a course to develop a deeper understanding about about your target customers, so we try to segment them into a certain groups. And why we do this? Because a market is having a good population, and each and every customer is not our target customer. Each and every customer is not going to buy from us, and that is the reason for for creating a better understanding about the customers. First, we segment them, right? And how we segment them? So on the basis of different criteria, we can segment them, and we can create a deeper understanding about them. So that what are the segments? Segments are the different groups. These are the small groups, and each and every group, so in a single group there is a homogeneity, and each one group is different from others, so that we can actually try to understand a certain group who is having a similar kind of need, so how we can serve them, right? So for example, there is a restaurant who is serving individual customers as well as business customers, as well as possibly some school or college customers, right? So they are having a different set of customers, and a single segment is having a similar kind of need. So so that they can actually reach out to them with a right market strategy, right set of we can say the offering which can be over there. And that is known as segmentation. The next comes with the targeting. So once we segment the our market into different parts or into different segments, so now we target it, and we try to target to focus our marketing efforts on this, right? So we try to target them, we try to get a deeper understanding about them, we try to fulfill each segment need more like as the specific set of markets are there. So we try to target them more effectively, and that can be done through selecting a set of markets which we can serve effectively. The next comes in place is the positioning. So what is this positioning? So positioning basically is about how you are going to differentiate yourself with the competitors, right? So I have just taken the example of Dunzo. So how Dunzo is different from Swiggy and Zomato, because there is something different which they are doing. And positioning is all about mental positioning. It's all about positioning in the minds of consumers, right? So whatever product or whatever offering which you wanted to offer, so how you are going to differentiate yourself from the competitors which are available in the market, and that is known as positioning. So this is known as STP approach. And whenever we try to introduce a new product, whenever we try to come up with a new service or a new idea, so we try to go with this approach, so that whatever marketing plan we are going to carry ahead, so that will be very well thought, and that will be reaching out to the its audience in a right manner. And that can be done through STP approach, and that is known as segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So there are one or two more things which I intended to discuss, but it will take some time. So I would like to wrap up my discussion today, because I wanted to invite some questions from your end, and that is the reason. So we'll continue the remaining topics tomorrow. So any questions which you are having in this point in time? And I hope the things which I have covered are majorly because I kept your block one, means which is a part of your SLM. So whatever things which are already covered in the SLM, so I have made my discussion on the basis of that only. So any questions or any query in this point in time? Yeah, you can put in the chat or you can speak up. Yeah, guys, I'm waiting for your response. Are you there? Okay, no questions. Okay. Anybody else who wanted to speak something? Wanted to ask something? Okay. Right. So don't leave the meeting now. I'm just sharing a link with you. Micro and internal. Okay. Right. Environment. Okay. Fine. Fine. Right. So let me just give you a clarity on this. Then we'll wrap it up. And before wrapping it up, I'm in the meantime, when I'm giving this clarity, I'm sharing one Google form link with you. It's a small quiz which I have designed, which I have planned on the basis of our discussion today. And please respond to it, and you will get your answers immediately. Like it's just 10 questions which are over there, and once you respond it, you will immediately get your score. So it's just about whatever things we have discussed. So how many things we can actually remember and recollect. So that's the idea. So just hold on. Give me a few seconds. I'm just sharing a link with you. Yeah. Any one of you, please do a quick check. Are you able to access this link or not? Just confirm me once. Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Shruti. So I think you were looking for you had a query regarding like internal marketing environment and micro environment, right? So what is the it's a thin line which differentiates the two, right? So micro environments also covers the internal environment of a business, but there are certain factors which comes specifically under internal market environment. Which are these internal factors? So these internal factors can be considered as their employees, as their individual business policy, their marketing policy, their suppliers. All this can be considered as the internal factors. And what are the external factors? So all this government and possibly the competitors, the public, the general public which is over there. So these are considered as the external factors because they cannot impose control over these people, but their employees, their policies, and possibly whatever marketing practices which they are doing. So all these things are internal, and they can definitely impose a much control over it, and that is the reason it is known as more immediate and more close environment, which is known as internal environment. And the outer part is usually referred as external environment, which consists of the other factors which I have just mentioned. I hope this will make it clear to you. Yeah, Shruti, is this clear? Okay, right, fine. So you want those video links? Just hold on. Just give me a sec. In the meantime, you just respond to that uh, Google form and allow me 2 minutes. I'm just sharing the video links with you. Okay, I just shared a link for the video which I intended to play for the pastel analysis. So please do watch it. It will give you a deeper understanding and more clarity about that particular framework. I'm not sharing about the video link about Fevicol set because it is very much commonly available on YouTube, and I'm sure most of you have seen that advertisement. The idea was to just connect with you that advertising is a very broad word, and it's a fancy world as well. Not each and every company can afford it, but those who can afford it, they can do it very beautifully. And Fevicol and Amul are the front runners in it. Okay, so once you all respond to that form, then we'll close this. I'll keep it open for next 5 to 7 more minutes, and then we'll close the link. Link of Google form, are you asking about? Yeah, shared. Actually, there is a paucity of time, and there are many things which we can cover. That is the reason. These are some of the very basic concepts. That's why I have spent some more time on some of the concepts. But from tomorrow onwards, we may take some concepts in more brief, and we may move ahead a little quick. I intentionally spend more time on this because this is something which we cannot actually just go through very quickly. Okay, so tomorrow we will be, I'm just giving you a brief idea about what we are going to discuss tomorrow so that you can also be prepared and you can go through it. So first we'll talk about STP model in little more detail. Then we'll talk about consumer behavior. So how consumer behavior influences the marketing decisions. So there will be a little discussion on that. Then I'll give you one small caselet which you can practice at home, and it's a very small case. You have to just use all these concepts and frameworks which we discussed today. So I'm very much sure you all will be able to do it and you will enjoy doing it. I hope it's a self-designed case. I have designed it myself. It's a small caselet, and just spending 15 to 20 minutes, you will be able to do it. I'll share that case with you tomorrow, and then we'll talk about product and pricing decisions. That will be our major discussion tomorrow. So I would request all of you again to just join on the right time at 6:30. We'll try to complete our discussion by 7:30, and then remaining time we can address some question answers, so that all of us will get free on a right time. Right. Let me check how many responses I have received so far. 9. Yeah, guys, please make it little quick. All of you are able to access the link so that I can actually close this meeting. Okay, I'm sharing the form once again. In the next 5 minutes, I'll close this link. YouTube link I already shared. Let me share it once again. Just hold on. Okay, so I'm ending this meeting, and it has been a nice interacting with you. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll continue our discussion tomorrow at the same time. And please respond to that quiz in the next 5 minutes, and then I'll close the link, right? And you will receive your scores right away. As soon you will submit your response, you will receive your scores, right? Okay, thank you for joining.
Thank
I'm
you,
just
sir.
ending the meeting. Yeah. Thank you.